Wouldn't be. Oh my God! What happened? I forgot to take the intro off.
That's pretty funny because, like, according to the time that we've been live and how long the intro played, they missed us talking before the intro, and then they missed the first 20 seconds of the countdown. What's up, mob rats?
What's up, mob rats? Good to see you today. I'm doing something new. Before we get started,
as long as you're not doing something nude.
Before we get started, I should just do the intro. Welcome to the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media shield money taking, the man, myth, the legend, the most electrifying YouTuber in all of YouTube entertainment. And
popculturepb.
It is going to be...
Oh. You didn't mean
you
me?
Son of a bitch. And today, we are going to be talking some goofy shit, some funny shit. I wanted to give an update because, PB, I don't know if you were here, but... you remember me talking about Hayden Panettiere, who
she's still on the background.
Passed? Yeah, we're gonna take her off, but I just wanted to give a little bit of update for people who are following that story. So apparently, the word around the water cooler is she may have been dealing with some back pain issues and things like that. You see where I might be going with this, there, Mr. PB?
I have back issues.
And, you know, we're in that danger. I feel like the danger of dependent on pain medications and things like that. So, I mean, still, from what I've been looking up, there's no definitive answer to what happened yet. But don't worry, guys. I will stay on top of it. Also, too,
wait, there's no definitive answer, like she could still be alive?
No, there's no definitive answer on her death yet.
So she could still be alive?
No, like, they don't know what killed her. Not.
Oh.
She's most certainly dead. They don't know what killed her quite yet, or they're not releasing it.
I just presumed she got killed by a guy in a black cape with a scythe. Just
it could have been
the rest
Siler.
of our dead bodies.
But no, it was.
Did you not send a tweet for the stream?
Oh yeah, I did. Several.
You didn't tag me?
Yeah, I did. I tagged you and everybody else I normally do.
It's not showing up on my end.
I don't know. Your end is misinformed. What do you want me to say? But you know what's not misinformed? Today's box office stats. PB, what movie do you think is number one? Take a random fucking guess. Any guesses? What movie's number one?
I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say, from what I read on the Twitter just now, the worst Spider-Man movie ever made. Somebody said that to me as their opinion. That's wild.
A second, we just gotta go back.
Mob Rat says Odyssey.
Mob Rats, I wish it was Odyssey. But, hey there.
Hello, Dictator.
The little Dictator. By the way, I want to just publicly congratulate the little Dictator. She is going for her advanced Krypton training to be a better dictator, known as college. So
to be a better, you can be a better dictator by having a degree in graphic design.
I mean, she does have to do a liberal arts class.
You're supposed to say yes, because then the thumbnails should look way better at that point.
I mean, yeah, that's why you get your kids into professions that you'll never pursue. because then they can do the work for you. You're part of the club now, PB. You got to start training Tedward
as long
to
as
do
I'm
all the
not
stuff
part
that
of a club sandwich.
So, anyways, before we start with the Spider-Man stat, I just want to say, people who sit here and hate this movie or overly love the movie, right? Because I don't think this is the greatest Spider-Man ever, right? My boy who's in my heart will always be Tobes. But this is a damn good movie. And the mental gymnastics that I've heard people doing in order to try to portray this as a terrible movie is more exhausting than working out. Like, I am mentally exhausted sitting here listening to douchebags try to give good reasons. And this is probably why people like watching us, for the most unbiased, fair opinion.
I would say the most legitimate criticism that would lead to disappointment was the fact that they kind of gloss over him taking down 4 different villains at the beginning of the movie.
I mean, but really, let's just frame this into a
that
movie
doesn't make
that
the
I
movie
still
bad.
get
That just makes people disappointed.
No. Let me frame this like a movie that I got clowned out about, and that I maintain is still a terrible Superman movie. The new Superman. They did a fucking time jump. We saw none of that. It's just like, boom, Superman's been doing this 5 years. Have fun. So, I mean, and I didn't even critique the movie about that bullshit, if you guys couldn't tell. And I'm a DC fan, so I know what you're going to say.
I thought it was 3 years.
No, I'm pretty. Was it? I was so pissed.
Yeah, because I thought they were listing a whole thing where they were like, it was like
a Star Wars crawl,
right? But didn't all of the denominations of time have 3 at the beginning of them? Like, it was 3 days, there was 3 months, it was 3 years, or something like that. I don't remember.
3 years, yeah, it was something like that. I don't know. I was already pissed off from the opening, and it did not do anything to win me back throughout the movie. The beginning was like, okay, I'm worried. And then I saw the opening scene. I'm like, oh, they could do something cool with this. Why did Superman lose? Little did I know he was going to fucking lose in every scene of the movie. This was just preparing you. Like, him laying bloody in the snow is a perfect example of what you will see throughout that whole fucking movie. Now, contrast that with Spider-Man. PB, let me ask you a fundamentally important question about the Spider-Man montage, because maybe it's just me and I'm fucked up, but I don't remember seeing Spider-Man get his ass beat, and he's not Superman. What in the fuck is happening? And people still ask me why I don't like the new Superman movie. Superman is quite literally a god amongst men. And I'm going to nerd out here for a second because we opened this can of words. Okay. So yes, you can do compelling movies where Superman's a little weaker, but if you listen, and we were talking about this last night, the best way to nerf Superman is not to make him look like a bitch every time he fights, but to do an emotional toll on him. Because yes, he may be the Man of Steel, but his real weakness is the love that he has for humanity, which they show at certain parts, and then they just fuck off and do nothing. So contrast that with Spider-Man and its opening. I don't remember seeing Peter Parker lose those battles. He was winning them, and that's the point. And I fucking hate that Marvel is doing that shit, and DC is just doing whatever the fuck.
I don't think that he loses a single battle in the movie.
I don't think he does either. And it's fucking Spider-Man.
Apparently,
why do we have Spider-Man winning every battle, and we have Superman get his ass beat literally all the whole movie?
I did a review stream with Perp. Who was the other guy that was with Perp and us? Fuck, now I can't remember his name. Anyway, the stream on Perp's channel, we were talking about Spider-Man, and I was the one out of 3 people that said Spider-Man beat the Hulk. Because what I said was that Spider-Man...
What's up, Justin? I sent you a link if you want to join. Check the fucking group chat, people. I throw the link in there. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated when we started talking about Superman.
Spider-Man won the fight with the Hulk because he got the Hulk to stop fighting with his I'm your friend Peter.
Oh, we'll be talking about the Hulk later too, as a matter of fact, but not the Hulk himself, the actor, who's worse in every way conceivable. I know you love talking about Mark.
Justin, what the hell are you doing? Join us.
Yeah, Justin.
I mean, I did think it was funny. People were like, how come they didn't let Mark Ruffalo go on a media tour before Spider-Man? And then every response I've seen to anybody answering that question was, because they wanted to make more money. Like, you don't send Mark Ruffalo out there on a fucking media tour because he's a whack job. Like, he might be a good actor, but he's a whack job.
Don't get me wrong. Mark Ruffalo did one of the greatest movies of all time. That movie about the New York Post when they were talking about the priests that were under investigation.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was a movie based on when the New York Post used to do reporting. It was called Spotlight, I think. It was a great movie. Mark Ruffalo, phenomenal actor.
You think that the New York Post doesn't do reporting? Are you not talking about
No, not today. The Post and the Times don't do reporting anymore, PB. They do opinion pieces now.
The New York Post does way more reporting than the New York Times does.
In my opinion, neither of them haven't done any in the past, 20 years. It's all bullshit.
Okay, well, would you like to do some real reporting in the fandoms?
We do better reporting, okay? We're going to be talking about an alligator pretty soon. We're doing the sequel to the meth gator. That's the kind of reporting we do here. That's why people love us, okay? That is important information. If you're in fucking Florida, you want to know about this guy I'm going to talk about today. He might save your life.
You know what else is important? You know what else is important information?
What else is important information, PB? Why don't
that you could save 15% at moviepalette.com when you use code ZONE15 at checkout, and it stacks on top of any sales that they have going. So if they're running their beautiful canvases with those excellent colors at 50%, you get another 15% off that 50% by putting in code ZONE15 to support your favorite YouTube villain, General Zod.
And thank you, moviepalette.com, for sponsoring this channel for fucking 2 to 3 years now. Why? We don't know, but we love those
Nobody knows.
Beautiful bastards over there. Nobody knows. It's one of those things.
An exceptional company.
I'm a likable guy. So, number 2, The Odyssey. I wanted to personally check this. Let's see where we're at. Oh, look at that, PB. We're at 1.4 bill. 1.4 bill. Yes. But let me ask you a question, PB.
I think it's even higher than what you expect.
Is that higher than this guy expects? I mean, yes, it is. It is higher. Because I remember I said I had hoped it would reach these kinds of heights.
I thought when we were sitting at after the first weekend, or no, it was after the first weekend, because I said they're going to have to make a crap ton of money in this second weekend because Spider-Man's going to come out and it's going to absolutely dominate the box office, which I was correct about. Spider-Man is absolutely dominating the box office. Like, it has $800 million more dollars than this movie, and it came out 2 weeks after. But that's not the point. This movie is unbelievably successful.
Successful, yes. What we didn't expect is, I think we can honestly say it was the way we projected, where neither of these movies seem to be cutting into each other's revenue. And we said the reason why. One is rated R, one is PG-13. There was enough room.
I mean, they're both in the same vein of being fantastical stories. Like, it's not like The Odyssey is based on real life events. Spider-Man is not based on real life events. Like, they're entirely fictional, I believe. I mean, there's some people out there that think that The Odyssey isn't fictional, that it's a piece of history. And I was like, I don't know about that. That's pretty wild.
Dude, I've heard that fucking argument.
This movie has had way more legs than I was expecting, but I was comparing it to how much money it was making from time of release to the time that we had been talking about it, and comparing it to Super Mario, because it started off the first weekend $7 million behind Super Mario, and Super Mario was at, it's like $1.5 50 million, something like that, like 1.05, and now they're at 1.44. That's a lot of money.
I wanted to answer the young dictator's question for a second, because she did put up a point which sounds kind of like a question. She said Spider-Man might have plot armor. I'm gonna put question mark because he's younger than Superman. Other than that, I don't know. Neither do we, little dictator. Nobody fucking knows.
So
it wasn't
I
plot
agree.
armor.
He's younger than Superman, but I would say, movie compared to movie, if the Superman movie says that he's been Superman for 3 years or 5 years, either number doesn't necessarily matter. Spider-Man has been Spider-Man for longer at this point. Like movie to movie,
so we could credit
Spider-Man for longer. So you got to figure he started in
we
Civil
could
War.
This.
What year was Civil War? 2016, 2017,
2016. I want to say 2016.
He did 4 years of college, but he missed out on 5 years because he was blipped. So he did, let's call it, I don't know, 4 years of Spider-Man during college, and at least 2 before that to get all the way from Infinity War to Civil War. Like, I don't know exactly how much time is between those. I believe that it's the 2 years that it is release-wise. Like, some movies line up like that. The time between movies is the time between the films. Some of them not so much. Like Guardians of the Galaxy is 2 years apart on release day, but it takes like a week in between, maybe less.
I think it's just shitty writing, to be honest. But let's talk about the third most popular movie, and this is a movie that I saw. It is okay, but it's going after the PG-13 market, and it's made for fucking dirt cheap Insidious. Out of the fucking sixth Insidious movie, and look
I don't
here.
know if I've watched.
I like
any
the
of them
Insidious
yet.
franchise. Oh, I've watched them all in theaters. I do like them, but they seem to be at this point of where most of these horror movies end up, where they're on their sixth fucking movie, and it's just got away from the main characters now. This is a totally different character connected to one of the original characters, blah blah blah. But it's doing fairly well. It's so far at 60 million worldwide. It has a $25 million gross and a 35 million international. So this movie is doing pretty well.
Your little dictator is saying that Spider-Man is 22 and Superman is mid-30s to early 40s. I feel like they would give Spider-Man more plot armor because he's less experienced. He's not less experienced as a superhero. He's younger, but he's been doing it longer. Like, he started doing it when he was in high school. He's in high school when you get to Civil War.
Oh, so 16
to 22. 16 to 22 is 6 years. And I'm quite certain at the beginning of Superman, it says that he's been doing it for 3. And then gets his ass
and he's not Superman. Superman is Superman. Still, I would say Superman would.
Have you looked at total box office numbers for the year recently, like adding all the movies together?
No, I have not.
You should bring up the Mojo and look at that, because we're getting close to the point where we're back to pre-pandemic levels of spending. Not accounting for inflation.
Yeah. So let's see. We'll go to the Box Office Mojo. Let me look up. So how am I going to pull up this magical total gross movies of the year?
You got to put it on the screen.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's go to the screen. And Lady Blood Moon says, "Oh no, baby fussing." Okay, so What do I gotta pull up?
Now go to the top. Go to the top. Click on yearly.
Yearly?
Yep. Okay, so I only looked at the domestic numbers, but pre-pandemic, we're sitting at like 11 billion, 11 billion, 11 billion, 11 billion, 11 billion, 10 billion, 10 billion. You see what I'm saying? Like double digits.
Yep.
And then it obviously pandemic year drops down to 2 billion, which seems unbelievable for that pandemic year, but I don't know. And then it doubled, and then it almost doubled again. And then it increased a little bit, and then it went down a hair, then it increased a little bit, and now we're at 7. And I assume they're only going to count what's it going to be from the 18th to the 31st. What's that, 14 days?
Yep.
So you got 14 days of Endgame, which I believe is going to easily add $1 billion in those 14 days. Like people seem to think the number that I'm seeing is like 1.5 billion for the opening weekend, which wouldn't surprise me, but it seems a little ambitious.
It does.
Like, I don't remember exactly. I'd have to relook at Spider-Man to see what it did in its opening weekend, because it won domestically, but I want to say it was just like it took them 5 days to get to the $1 billion mark, whereas they're saying like that means that Doomsday is supposed to not quite double but be like frickin' 80% more, which is wild. Anyway, they're only going to have 2 weeks to add that number to the number we got, so we have a couple months until then. I assume we could, you're adding everything together, could potentially catch up to it. I mean, I didn't even look at the release numbers the last 2 years. 677, 670. So we still got 200 more movies roughly to release, keeping at that pace.
So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting.
Which makes me think
either way, it's going to be
theaters are making a bit of a resurgence here. Like people are no longer afraid to go and hang out with other people. I think that's an unbelievable big number, because you got to put it like as crazy as it was in the U.S. It was just as crazy around the world,
and
if not more crazy in some countries that stayed closed for longer. But now people are constantly wearing masks.
I always said
you could be sick.
But here's the thing: I also feel that there was not as many good movies. Like for me, last year, which was a lower year as far as when we saw the year things, I thought that the movie releases were fucking god awful. This year, we've had some bangers, and like not just bangers, PD, but back to back. And we've had some surprises. We had Obsession come out of nowhere, Backrooms, like all of these other films,
Obsession,
and we're not even done.
We're at 7 billion. And Obsession added 500 million of that number. It's a fucking horror movie with a budget of, what was it, 500,000?
No, 750,000.
Okay. My bad. 250,000 out of 500 million. Like, what was I possibly thinking?
I know. I'm sorry. I had to correct you.
I appreciate it.
But it's still, and it proves my theory that people are not tired of going to the movies. People are tired of spending money on shit, or they're just not releasing stuff people are interested in. It's kind of like the theory that I seen the future missus showed me a picture of our local mall, and everything in our mall was closed except for the theater outside. There's no food court
to it.
Yeah, the theater's connected to it, but like the best things in the mall right now are Barnes and Noble and the fucking theater. So malls are.
We're never gonna get sponsored by Barnes and Noble because I can't shill for that kind of stuff. What a terrible business idea. Sell books.
So, crazy stuff. But you know what else is crazy? What else is crazy is
What
something
else?
I've been
I do
talking about.
know what else is crazy. What else is crazy is saving 15% at moviepalette.com. That's crazy.
How can you
You didn't
save
see that
15%
shit
at MoviePalette?
You could put in code ZONE15 at checkout, and it'll stack your 15% discount on top of any other discount they got going on. And you can get yourself a premium canvas that reminds you of your favorite movies, and you hang it on your not as beautiful wall. I'm sorry. Canvases are just high quality. I don't know what kind of quality your wall is. I'm talking about you listening. Nobody's listening now. Somebody will be listening later, and they'll be like, son of a bitch, 2 ads in a half hour. This is wild.
You know what else is wild? What else is wild is that our friend Mark needs to be defended. Why does Mark need to be defended?
Mark?
Well,
Ruffalo?
Our boy Mark Ruffalo has fucking pissed off Paramount because he couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut, and of course had to weigh in on the merger, and made an anti-Semitism claim. PB. Fucking Mark Ruffalo.
I don't want to be more like Mark. And unless we're talking about getting paid $20 million to make a movie like that, I guess I could be more like Mark.
So
who the fuck would
Mark
be more
came
like
out and said a fucking tone-deaf thing. And so now the Emmy-winning actress added that Mark Ruffalo was fighting for the working class in Hollywood by making an anti-Semitism claim. So someone's come to his defense.
The working class, like neither of these two people on the screen are the working class of Hollywood, but okay. None of the actors are the working class.
This is
the working class are the people that make it work after they've recorded you crying your eyes out. Anyway,
here's my way to pay back the bagel conglomerate.
Zoom in.
Those people who work bagels, those are the working class. Okay, and don't fuck with them. We've had this happen. They will organize.
Then you'll be effed.
Consortium is a real thing. And we here in the fan zone respect the shit out of them. I think they're the only group that's ever terrified us here in the fan zone. So, but they're the working class. This is fucking ridiculous. So, in opposition of Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery merger deal. So let's read more about the fucking ignorant claim and someone who had to come once again and bail Mark out of a situation he fucking created. Hannah Einbinder has come out strongly in defense of Mark Ruffalo. The actor faces an accusation of anti-Semitism from Paramount Skydance over his opposition to the studio's deal to Warner Bros. Now, why did they say this? Because the Paramount accused Ruffalo of anti-Semitism after the actor drew links between Larry Ellison, tech giant Oracle, and the Israeli military.
Okay.
Larry Ellison is the father of of Paramount and CEO David Ellison, and provided much of the funding that allowed David Ellison and Skydance to merge with Paramount globally in 2025, and is also heavily involved in financing the Paramount merger over at the WBD. Over the weekend, Ruffalo fired back at Paramount, saying the studio is accusing him of anti-Semitism, is appalling and fundamentally dishonest, criticizing the actions of the Israeli Prime Minister, a military technical contract, or the executives who supply it is not the same as criticizing the Jewish people. Jesus Christ. This gets worse. I did, and PB, I only read the top of this. I knew nothing about what he said and the defense of for what he said. But before we continue, let me get your thoughts so far. Because holy fucking shit, man.
I can sum it up with one word: flabbergast.
How, there's times we've covered so much dumb shit that people have done in Hollywood. Like we've heard some pretty big wham dingers here in the Phantom Zone, and yet every so often there's an actor that comes along and just fucking says, you know what? If you thought you heard stupid shit, hold my beer. I got this. And Ruffalo, not only did he make an amazing comment, and then he doubles down on the comment and throws in, yeah, but I'm not criticizing Jewish people. I'm just criticizing these specific Jewish people. What? This is, oh my God, what world do these people live in? Like,
we live in Hollywood.
Keep in mind, PB. Technically, these are supposed to be profession. Why are we weighing in on this? Why aren't we, I don't know. Here's a crazy thought. Just fucking acting.
I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with people sharing their opinions, but I try not to share my opinions that make me look like a fucking Jew hater. That's probably a bad idea.
This is the what?
I mean, if you're as ridiculous as he is, why do you want to piss off the Jews? They're going to target you with their space laser. They'll be like, oh, Mark Ruffalo was walking down Sunset Boulevard, and then he burst into flame.
Ruffalo said in a viral post that he has now been viewed by 30 million users, retweeted over 163,000 times, and liked over 161,000 times. On Monday, Einbinder, the Emmy-winning Hacks actress, which that show is made by Hacks, became one of the highest profile Hollywood stars to publicly defend Ruffalo. The actress, a longtime supporter of the Palestinian rights and a fierce critic of the Israel conduct in Gaza, posted a link. This is already starting off fucking amazing. Posted a lengthy message in support of Ruffalo on her Instagram stories. In messages, Einbinder firstly thanked Ruffalo for drawing a connection between us and providing military technology to the Israelis during a genocide and the unpresidential media takeover. Going on to say Paramount and the WBD merger is a dangerous consolidation of power that will ultimately be used against us. What in the fuck? Okay, hold on.
This is a guy who's made the majority of his money from Disney, and he's worried about Paramount Warner Brothers.
Folks, if you're at this point and you're watching on a rewatch, I am honestly, sincerely, this is the most flabbergasted, and I lived through an era where a murderer got away with shooting somebody on set. You guys know who I'm talking about, and got away with it. And still, that situation does not flabbergast me as much as the idiocy surrounding this whole statement. And now look, I'm not going to take a position on this because that's not what we do here on this channel. I don't follow that stuff. As long as I'm waking up and shit is okay, so be it. I'm not here to tell you your views. But here's the thing. What you don't do as an actor, which apparently for fucking years we haven't learned yet, stop fucking making your political stances and having your friends make an insane defense. This is fucking insane. This whole statement she said is wild. I mean, just let me rephrase that for the people in the back who didn't hear this, okay? She said, and I quote, as a defense to Mark Ruffalo, she thanked him for drawing a connection between Ellison providing military technology to the Israelis during a genocide and the unprecedented media takeover, going on to say Paramount and WB merger, a merger of entertainments, okay? Not a fucking weapons company or nothing, just two entertainment entities getting together would be, that power could be ultimately used against us. How? Does the WB have a death laser or something I'm not aware of?
They got no. WB has Acme bombs.
This is an insane take. This has got to be the most insane take I've heard.
I have no idea what Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount have to do with. So is the guy who's making the bombs for the Israelis own Paramount or something? Is that the connection I'm missing? Because that don't sound right.
I feel like somebody watched Iron Man too many times. I mean, is fair. Obadiah Stane in charge?
Obadiah Stane's in charge of dealing under the table.
How did we get from a merger to what? What are they trying to?
I don't know. They're not the Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount
go on
are
to
not
quote
two
even
companies
crazier.
that I look to for reporting. Like they're not one of the three-letter networks. If we're talking about reporting, they're not, as you would say, they're not the they're not even the Hollywood Reporter. Hollywood Reporter does more reporting than Warner Brothers Discovery or Paramount.
Yeah,
unless you're saying like because CBS is owned by Paramount, but CBS is already wacky dacky. So
I mean, I guess
how could bringing Warner Brothers into that? Like, the way that I understand it, even though it's a merger, it's Paramount acquiring Warner Brothers. So like Paramount is the ones that they're saying is potentially the bad guys, even though they run CBS, which, holy shit, agrees with Mark Ruffalo about a lot of stuff. None of this makes sense.
Invoking Israel in an issue where it is completely irrelevant. Thank you. I can't believe I'm agreeing with a company, PD. This is actually kind of wild. You know, we're in a weird spot where a leader of a company is making more sense to me than these two fucking wacky people bringing this shit up.
Everybody makes more sense than Mark
and
Ruffalo.
Having these fucking invoking the Israel issue where it's completely irrelevant is a textbook case of obsession and demonization. Einbinder, who is Jewish, pulled back against such notions, writing on her message that the idea that Ruffalo only said these things because the Illisons are Jewish is ludicrous. Then why did he make the comparison? He literally made a comparison.
Because he's ludicrous. I wonder when his next album's coming out.
Is it also anti-Semitic to point out that Sephra Katz, the Oracle executive vice chair who boasted about the profoundly scary technology provided to the IDF, also sits on the Paramount board, or that Larry Ellison has been buying favor with Trump by donating millions of to his political efforts for years, or that he once offered Israel Prime Minister Benjamin, I'm not even going to fucking attempt to say that,
Benjamin Netanyahu,
lucrative Oracle post. The teenage, which by the way, this is a great movie. Don't let this actress ruin it. But the teenage sex and death camp miasma actress.
What the fuck is that movie? Like, I'm pretty sure I know what it's about.
Miasma. Oh, it's one of my most anticipated horror movies. Continue. I'll talk about it later.
Oh, it's not out yet. Okay. So she's so popular they have to reference a movie that's never been released to let us know who she is. Good to know.
actors then clarified that
No,
this
I've
is
never
criticism
heard
of what?
I've never heard this word in my fucking life. Techno-feudalists? Or techno... No,
Feudalist?
it's techno-feudalist oligarchs. I've never heard that term in my life.
I think, honestly, they're just making shit up at this point. Who are in the process of carrying the largest media acquisition in history, period, end of story. People are not too stupid to see these obvious connections. No, nobody ever has made this. I haven't even heard of this fucking word. Like,
Right, that's
I'm
like
pretty convinced they just made this shit up.
Like,
yeah, that's a real word.
I'd have to look up feudalist again. I couldn't tell you that off the top of my head. But are they also talking about Apple and Microsoft and Nvidia, people who definitely don't support
and fucking Sony, who's stripping our rights to own physical media? Like, there's so many other companies right now that are doing worse shit. This merger is fucking wild. If you want to make it about the Ellisons being Jewish, then you are the one being anti-Semitic.
Oh, so if I connect it to the Jews, I'm anti-Semitic. But when you connect stuff to the Jews, you're just sticking up for the Palestinian Authority. Wild.
This is so fucking... Einbinder then centered the conversation back to the Paramount merger and the WB. Let's see what she has to say and how bad it is for Hollywood workers. Oh, because you and Mark won't get fucking hired because you're both insane? So Mark has been saying for months, opposing this merger is about fighting for the working class in Hollywood, which they haven't been for years, the crews and other workers who they probably don't fucking talk to, that we artists claim to care so much about, who could lose thousands of jobs if it goes through. What proof do we have?
I don't remember.
Have we heard about layoffs?
It was 2-3 years ago when, oh God, I wish I could remember. I'd have to look it up. It was two aviation companies, right? Like they're flying people around on their jumbo jets, and a bigger one was going to acquire a smaller one. I don't remember who they are, but I'm sure if you look up canceled aviation merger, you'll be able to find it. We don't have to look it up now. The point is, the government at the time, which is not the government that we have now as far as the people in charge, so the previous administration decided that they were going to block this merger. And guess what? The small company went bankrupt and everybody lost their job. When you merge, yeah, some people get cut. But like just because Paramount acquires WB doesn't mean they're going to say, okay, all of you WB people, we don't need any of you to work for us because we have our own people. No, you're going to make maybe not exactly twice as much content, but definitely substantially more than you did because you just acquired all of these IPs that you can make new stuff about. That's wild to think that everybody's going to get fired because companies merge.
Let's look at, for instance, and I hate bringing them up, but it's the best example I got. Disney taking over Fox, right?
Yep.
Like, I didn't hear about all these people lose jobs or whatever. So, and everyone was fine with that. I didn't see Mark coming out. That's right. He fucking works for him. I didn't see this other fucking chick coming out that is in a show I've never heard of, trying to fucking tank a movie that I want to see. Like, this is insane. But I got to read the last quote because it really sums up everything here. All of us artists could stand to be more like Mark, willing to speak out for the oppressed people everywhere, even when powerful people try to bully us into silence. Visibility is responsibility. Those of us with a platform need to use our voices before speaking out is outlawed altogether. Holy,
so you're completely fucking delusional.
What an
completely fucking delusional. I have no idea how reality works at all. Not to mention the fact that you say you're speaking up for the oppressed people. What about the hundreds of millions of oppressed women that live in the countries that you're trying to defend right now because you want to stick up for the Palestinians that don't actually have a state and have never had a homeland in the traditional sense, the way that the Jewish people have with Israel? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me to say you're sticking up for oppressed people when you're talking about this tiny little sect of people that live in the Gaza Strip. Like, we have to stand up for the Palestinians. It's like, there's all kinds of people standing up for the Palestinians. Why the fuck do you think they got attacked? Because they got other people to fund their war effort. They're firing rockets into fucking Israel left and right. But it's a problem that we're not going to be able to talk in the future because speaking is going to be outlawed. Fucking insane.
So that means we're fucked because we're
totally fucked. You
so
two,
much.
like, we're going the way of a fucking dinosaur. If that's the case, can't fucking talk. You're insane.
This is when I pulled up this article, I had no clue how deep down the rabbit hole we were going to go. And I know this is probably going to be insane to say because Mark started this whole thing, but I think that this other chick, Hannah, whatever the fuck her name was, I think honestly she's more insane than Mark is. And these are the kind of people that you know, they're living in their fucking $1 million mansions. Remember the era when we were in COVID doing "It's okay, we're all suffering with you" video that are fucking completely tone deaf, have no clue what they're talking about or what they're platforming. It's just they look up the fucking BuzzFeed and they go, "Oh, what's the coolest thing we can throw into a nonsensical?" Like, this is the most insane thing I've ever heard, and I don't. It's this one merger, PB. We've had like fucking 16 mergers since fucking the zombie apocalypse days. And this one merger has everybody's panties in a fucking twist. And for the life of me, week number 3, I cannot understand what is the big deal with this particular merger. Is there going to be shitty things? Yes. Are they going to make shitty products? Probably. Is there going to be the never-ending battle between streaming and theaters and releases? Yeah, that's like the big thing. But I don't understand why this one particular merger has pissed off so many people. I don't know if it's just this one guy and what their fucking wacky views of are. I don't get it. But I think it is insane. And I think the amount of blocking that's come out, that's damn near bordering on almost illegal, the techniques they're trying to do here, is insane to me. Like, I'm not a fan of big companies. I think mergers are a bad idea because you should keep separate entities so you have competition. Competition is great. I'm all for that shit. But if we're doing stuff by the law, and this doesn't violate any antitrust laws and monopoly laws and, you know, legal shit that we've had in place for fucking years now, and you can let fucking Disney swallow up every fucking thing, we're getting mad at two companies that are trying to survive in this landscape while Disney and Netflix and Amazon are fucking buying everything. Yeah, continue. I'm sorry. It's insane.
When was the last time that Mark Ruffalo worked for either of the two companies that are trying to merge? Because I'm not going to lie, I got this feeling in the pit of my non-existent soul that he doesn't want them to merge because then there'll be a bigger competition for the people that cut his largest checks.
Well, I remember he's all I've ever seen him work in movies, as far as I know, is Fox and Disney.
Okay, so because, he worked for Fox, got bought by Disney, and then he's like, fuck, I guess I'll work for Disney now. And I don't know how much money he's made playing the Hulk in all of these movies, but it's a lot.
Oh, yeah, he's made a shit ton of money. I mean, he's just in one of the biggest movies ever right now. Like, and keep in mind, PD, this is the guy who's standing up for you and me. He's standing up for the working class.
Well, he needs to fucking sit down, man.
This is this is insane. At this point, I feel like everything that's being brought up has nothing to do with the merger itself, and that these are just stall tactics. And I think it's really going to be shitty if this company gets screwed out of this because of reasons. Like, insane. But what's even more insane is good friends I haven't talked about. We haven't talked about these guys in a while, PB. Let's talk about Disney.
Oh, did you see Spider-Man?
And one other. No, we're just talking about good old-fashioned Disney company. No, I saw Spider-Man. It's not always about Spider-Man. I know it's the biggest movie ever.
Spectacular. I wonder if they're going to do that in the future. Like we did Spider-Man. We did The Amazing Spider-Man. Now we've done Spider-Man with subtitles. So next we have to do the Spectacular Spider-Man.
So Disney is offering voluntary early retirement packages to execs. And I picked this because I love when they say that word, because I am willing to bet you $100 this is not voluntary. So, as part of Disney's cost reduction efforts, the company is offering longtime executives early retirement, laid out in an internal memo sent by Disney EVP and Chief People Officer Sonia Coleman this morning to employees ranked director and above. The company is introducing a voluntary early retirement offer, a limited time company sponsored program that will give eligible executives the opportunity to retire now with enhanced retirement package that recognizes their service and contributions. So, right off the rip, before I get into the shitty thing they're doing, what do you think about this new initiative, PB? Before I get to the bottom of this.
I mean, obviously they ran it through some program to know what the cost was going to be for the people to retire and what the cost was going to be to keep them on. And they decided for how much work they were going to do, they would rather these people retire and they pay them their pension instead of continuing to pay them their salary for X amount of years. Like, I assume a lot of jobs that you can do for the Disney company are not overly physically demanding. Like, you don't have the Walt Disney Company ditch diggers. Like, it's not a thing.
So this comes amid ongoing layoffs, with the elimination of over 1,000 roles announced in April, followed by around cuts in July. And Disney CEO Josh D'Amaro and CFO Hugh Johnston telling investors earlier this month that more are coming. This is one of several actions we are taking to reshape our organization, including involuntary staff reductions that have already begun in some areas and will continue into next year, Coleman wrote in the memo, which could be read below. The Veros are a variation of a voluntary buyouts with age as a factor. Eligible early retirements are U.S.-based executives of director through EVP levels across Disney Entertainment, ESPN, and corporate, including those working outside of the U.S. on temporary assignment through DIESI, who met the threshold of 65 points calculated by adding up their age and the number of years they have worked for Disney, with a minimum age of 50 and at least 10 years at the company. The offer does not apply to employees on contract, which means the most high-level Disney execs do not qualify.
Well, that makes sense.
The early retirement package includes a separation of pay of up to a year based on tenure and level for the length of the severance period, the departing executives will be entitled to health care and employee rates. The package also continued vesting of existing equity awards for the next 3 years, something Disney employees don't get to keep when they exit Disney unless they retire. The offer comes at with another perk that has been reserved only for Disney retirees upon leaving the company: continued Silver Pass access for life, providing free entry to the Disney theme parks outside of blackout
unless you're
dates.
attractive, then it's a Silver Fox Pass.
Accepting the early retirement offer does not preclude those taking it from getting a new job. It does not include a non-compete or other restrictions on
That's wild.
on further employment to other companies. So they will get
that's good for the workers. I just can't believe that they didn't put that in there.
Yeah, that's insane. And we'll
coming
be
through
able
on tape
to keep
delay or something.
The separation. What's that?
Am I coming through on tape delay or something?
No, not that I noticed.
Fucking, it feels like it. Never mind. Continue.
Eligible executives will have a defined election window, the length of which is unclear, followed by the confirmation period. Komen stressed that participation is entirely optional and no eligible executive is required to elect the offer. Still, with layoffs expected to continue under an initiative launched by Disney CEO Diarma to streamline operations, qualifying execs likely would be enticed to take Vero if they think their job is in danger. Voluntary buyouts always offer the best terms than in the voluntary staff reduction. Inner memo, Komen noted that Vero had the planned layoffs as part of the plan for meaningfully reducing costs as part of an ongoing transformation, referencing Disney's most recent August 5th earnings call. In an August 5th letter to shareholders, Diarma and Johnson noted that we remain highly focused on reducing costs across the enterprise to create incremental capacity to invest for growth, and are evaluating a variety of levers, including reduction in labor and SG&A, selling, general, and admission expenses. Adding, we are midstream in this work and will provide future updates on our progress. The statement was reinforced by Johnson's on an earnings call later that day, after Diarma in April revealed layoffs affecting 1,000 employees. Disney in July eliminated several hundred positions with Pixar and National Geographic among the divisions most affected by the cuts.
I feel like if you don't want to be massively stressed out, you got to take this buyout, because all of the people that don't take the buyout and stick around and don't get fired are not going to get massive pay increases, but they are going to get responsibility increases.
Yeah, and it's like any other job. You could say a job and get more responsibility.
Just started reading the email. Dear leaders, would you please take this severance package so we can get you the fuck out of our building?
So, I'll have you read that, because already you started funny, but let me finish the little part first. I'll have you read the letter. In terms of the retirement package, the first offer in recent memory, there has been a couple of volunteer buyouts during the past 25 days the March 2001 sweeping Disney reduction of 4,000 jobs globally came in the combination of volunteer buyouts and subsequent layoffs. In 2009, the company offered to voluntarily buy out packages for more than 600 executives at its U.S. theme parks unit. And then, do you want to hear this or read this hilarious letter?
This thing is, I need you to zoom in if you want me to read it.
Okay.
That's not the
oh
zoom
my
button.
God, this
That's
is huge.
also not the zoom button.
I know. I was trying to get back to where I was at. Hold on a second. Let me see. How the fuck do I zoom this in? Okay, there we go. Oh, whoa. Okay. Is that good?
Yeah, that should do. Dear leaders, over the past few years, we've made real changes to how we operate, and we're still in that process. As you heard on our most recent earnings calls, we're focused on meaningfully, people use that word all the time, meaningfully reducing costs as part of our ongoing transformation, so we can continue to invest in the areas that will drive our future growth: content, technology, and experiences. We've been evaluating a range of options. You could say it's almost a spectrum. And the next phase includes introducing a voluntary early retirement offer called Vero. Like, you're so clever, because like you say Vero to anybody, they're gonna have no idea unless they read this exact freaking email. For a defined group of eligible, it's only for executives. They're like, you don't really do anything, so you can get the fuck out of here. Here is a check. Please do not come back. Okay. I wanted you to hear about this directly from me before the program launches. The Vero is a time-limited, company-sponsored program that will give eligible executives the opportunity to retire now with an enhanced retirement package that recognizes their service and contributions, which is why we're asking you to leave, because your contributions have just been so wonderful. This is one of several actions we're taking to reshape our organization, including involuntary staff reductions. What? Involuntary staff like firing people? We can't just say
PB, that's code.
Is that like instead of like, oh, he got killed, you have to say he was unalived? That stupid shit? Is that what we're putting in fucking emails now? That stupid fucking bullshit?
Yeah, PB, it's not firing. It's involuntary staff reductions.
Okie dokie. That have already begun in some areas and will continue into next year. By offering a voluntary retirement program, we hope to give eligible employees an opportunity to make a personal decision on their own terms. It's not, you put a timetable on it. How is it on their own terms? Well, if you accept this in the next week, we'll give you this nice check. But if you don't, we're just going to fire your ass and you won't get this nice check. So, okay, well then, I guess I'm retired. Oh, man. On their own terms, before broader organizational decisions are finalized, eligibility has been determined based on established criteria. Those who are eligible will receive separate, personalized communication with details about the offer, the election process, important dates, and available resources. What, like, you're getting rid of all these people, and you're like, here's all these resources that you can use for the next week before you decide whether you're going to quit on your own volition or be fired. Like, those are your options. Okie dokie. As leaders, we're going to fire your asses. You may receive questions from your teams or colleagues once the program is announced, so that every eligible executive gets the same accurate information. We ask that you direct any detailed questions about the offer to your HRBP or the dedicated people and culture What in the fuck? Are they just How much shit have they made up at Disney?
Dude, this whole thing's all made up.
The dedicated people and culture resources. What in the fuck does that mean? Is that like we got blonde hair dye for the white women and we got cornrows for the black women? Like, what are you talking about? Aren't you an American company? Like, what is American culture? American culture is all of it. So it's just the dedicated people and everything resources. Okay. The program is designed around several important principles. Oh, I'm sure that these are going to be so fucking important. A voluntary choice. Sure. Sure. Participation is entirely optional unless you want to get your ass fired. No eligible executive is required to elect the offer, but we're going to fire your ass anyways. Recognition of years of service. The enhanced package includes separation pay. Isn't that called severance pay? Now it's separation pay?
That's what I thought it was too.
Well, yeah, but they're like ending, like you are not coming back here. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're separated, that doesn't necessarily mean you're out of the relationship. We'll use the gold standard. It just means you're on a break.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking weird way to word
Everybody
it.
loves Friends. Well, I feel like they're just making stuff up to make themselves seem self-important. Anyways, separation pay, continued vesting of existing equity awards. Do you know what that is?
I have
Nobody knows what that is. That's the whole point. So then when you don't get your existing equity awards, they'll be like, oh, well, you weren't eligible for those equity awards. Sorry. Healthcare support at active employee rates and continued Silver Pass access. I mean, that probably is worth more than anything that they're going to get here.
Oh, yeah. I would kill one of these guys to get a Silver Pass access. I'm sorry. I mean,
so like we're keeping all of these people that are electing to retire on our healthcare roll. They must have quite a freaking deal with some company. Next important point, super important point. Time to make an informed decision. Eligible executives will have a defined election window. Election window. Some weird terms. Followed by a confirmation period. Okay. Allowing them to thoughtfully consider what is right for them. So, like, make a decision. And then once that time passes, you got to make a decision before the next period of time passes. Like, why did we not just set one fucking time period? What is the point of having two? Because what about all of the people that are like, I don't want to take it, and then they come back and be like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure you're going to fire my ass, so I'll take it. So why are we doing? How do you turn a deadline into two fucking deadlines? And I'm asking this.
It's
reporting
it's
from fucking
Disney.
Deadline. Like the synergy of what they're put in this email and now it's reported on Deadline is wild to me. Let's see, even the baby's upset about it. Dedicated support throughout the process. Comprehensive materials and a dedicated support team will be available to answer questions and help eligible leaders understand the program. We recognize that retirement from the company is a deeply personal decision, not a financial one, just personal. For those who receive this opportunity, our goal is to ensure that they have the information, time, and support needed to make the choice that is right for us. I mean them. We are also mindful of what we're asking of you as you continue to lead and support your own teams while managing this news. Thank you for your continued leadership as we navigate this next chapter together and for helping ensure this process is handled with care, respect, and professionalism our people deserve. Not yours truly or sincerely, just Sonia.
So wild. Now, here's the thing that I was trying to decipher from all of bullshit and word salad that they were putting through on here. I want to know, like, and this has always been a question. Execs seem to have like this parachute that they get with all of this stuff, but by the wording, and maybe it's just me, it seems like they are literally saying, take this or we're going to fire your ass. That is what I got from that whole big fucking note.
That is the gist
of wordplay. Yeah. I was just like, it's just like, I find it so hilarious, especially reading these memos and letters and whatever the fuck else. I love the wording because it makes it appear as if they are wording this in a specific way, as if this is a great thing. But if you read through the lines, right, cut through the bullshit, as it were, this appears to me to translate as, hey, we got to fire you guys. So we're going to give you this program. Only one program. If you don't take the program, then...
If you really want to party, then you cut through the lines with your silver pass.
So the only thing of value that I could understand from that, besides the infinite healthcare, apparently, which I guess good for them. Fuck me, I chose the wrong profession. Beside that, the silver pass was the best thing I saw in that. Like the rest of this shit, I don't understand. Like maybe because I'm not a big wig corporate exec, so I don't know what the word salad is they're trying to fucking toss around here. But here's a question that I wanted to pose after we read all of this and I saw this hilarious. What about the package for those thousands of people across all the parks that were laid off? Do you think they got this package, Piggy?
Did you just ask me about my package?
Oh, no, specifically, I was asking about the people not included in your package.
So you asked me about a mouse's package?
No. Let me put this into Mark Ruffalo terms, right? He's fighting for the common working man, apparently. That's what we read in the last fucking insane article. So, this is great, I guess, for execs. But what about those thousands of people that were laid off and the jobs that they continue to cut across the parks? Do you think they're going to see a fucking package like this? Do you think they got offered anything? Or was it like fucking Snow White or Peter Pan came in and they said, yeah, gotta let you go. Sorry. You're going to have to take your ass back to Neverland.
Dude, they ran everything through some type of algorithm to figure out what's the most cost-effective way to get rid of as many people as possible. And at the executive level, obviously, just firing people was either going to cause you to get sued because of contracts or take way too much in severance all at one time. Like the whole point of this is that they don't have to pay you your severance pay right now. Because let's say you're an executive, you're making $5 million a year, and you have a contract for another 5 years. So that was going to be $25 million. They got to give you $25 million now. Instead of if they give you this package, they can spread out that $25 million over the next 10 years, 15 years. I don't know what number they came up with, but they definitely came up with their own number in order to stretch the cost over multiple fiscal cycles. That's the whole point.
Yeah, instead of having to pay all these people out all at once. Which, as I was reading this with you, and as I was going over the recent layoffs and everything, and I've been talking about this with Microsoft and gaming companies and the shitty things they're doing over there in those sectors, but it just is another way where we have asshole Hollywood star concerned with a Hollywood merger, but works for a company that literally got rid of thousands of jobs. And I'm not talking about the execs. We're just talking about the regular people who were
Ruffalo's
cut. And I want to know where Mark was.
Right.
No, but yeah, that's exactly. Where's Mark defending? Like, we're worried about a WB merger and a Paramount merger that may bring more jobs to these companies that are having trouble during this weird time of streaming wars and everything else. But Mark works for a company that's fucking axing people's jobs left and right, and I don't see him in a fucking Incredible Hulk get up, all CGI'd, going nuts because he's trying to stand up for the common man or the fucking Snow White or the fucking vendor in the park who just got fucking fired because Disney's trying to cost cut.
Yeah.
Where is his platform then? Where's this insane actress coming out going, hey, why aren't we saving these thousands of jobs instead of fucking saving exec jobs?
Because when he says he's sticking up for the working man in Hollywood, what he means is anybody that is in his, what's the word that I'm looking for? Union.
Bubble.
No, in his union. He's only talking about the on-screen talent, quite obviously, if he doesn't have anything to say about Disney cutting these jobs. Which I'm sure if you ask him, he'll come up with some fucking opinion and be like, oh, yeah, it's terrible. Okay, well, why don't you go out there and, like, say it with your chest?
Yeah. Why don't you
like
come out on your...
That's something he's going to say off the record because, you know, you're not attacking the Jews. You can only attack Jews on the record.
Which is insane. So it's okay to make anti-Semitic remarks because you get the corporation. But when it comes to supposedly the working class, the people getting fucked at these parks that are losing their fucking jobs that have probably been there longer than the fucking exec. No, let's not stick up for them. Let's let you know what? Disney's got it. They're a compassionate corporation. I'm sure I'm just misreading this. Maybe out there somewhere, those thousands of people who lost their jobs got the same fucking exact package that these fucking execs are going to get. I'm sure they got their silver pass and their fucking health benefits. Oh, wait. No, they didn't. They just got fucking they got into work one day. They got in their car. They drove into work. Fucking Michael K was fucking filming them. Come into the park. Michael K standing outside, all fucking excited to get into the latest Disney park. And fucking the actor goes walking in, getting ready for his first day, and gets there, goes to put the suit on, and someone goes, "Hey, John, sorry, there's gonna be no Peter Pan today, or at least you're not gonna be the fucking Peter Pan today." And bam, he has to walk past our favorite YouTuber in the world, Michael K, with a sad face. You know what? I want to hear fucking Michael K's opinion about this because I bet you he's there for the little people.
I feel terrible that we made fun of him for reviewing a toilet in his hotel room.
You know what? Looking back at the things we've covered and the things we said, I think we've really underestimated.
I can't help that he was making me laugh incidentally. Like, he was being entirely serious. And I was like, dude, you're reviewing a hotel toilet. Like, come on.
but it's people like that keep this company going, and they're making these moves to get rid of the people that are working ground level with the fucking consumer. These execs, I'm willing to bet, have never even been in the fucking park unless they're on their fucking silver pass going past the normal plebes to take their families on the rides and everything else, right? They haven't probably interacted with anybody. But Joe Schmo, who's doing the fucking hot dog stand or the fucking concessions or is working a fucking character somewhere, oh, fuck that guy. And it's funny because this article directly wraps into Mark Ruffalo because of his connection to Disney. And yet, to bring it back around, Paramount and WB are the bad guys. PB.
Well, yeah, they're trying to merge. They're going to destroy the world.
They're going to fucking destroy the world if they merge. Not the fucking millions of people we are laying.
See, Paramount wasn't going to be able to do it previously, but now, as soon as they can get those Acme bombs, we're screwed.
Yeah, well, they got. Oh boy, we are fucked. But you know why we won't be fucked, PB? If we ever go to Florida, we won't be
because
fucked.
we keep our pants on.
Besides, well, maybe one of us here. Anyways, that isn't the point.
It didn't work out so well for Ormond. He had his pants on, and he still got a proper fucking
we have a new hero here, PB. This comes to us from the Florida Channel 12 News, where
What
he
the
is
fuck?
the best quote ever. This insane, crazy son of a bitch said, "No gator is gonna run me off." Florida man fights off an alligator with a fucking fishing pole. This is. I thought we couldn't beat
Alrighty
Meth
then.
Gator, but we have a new champion.
Oh my god, Fort Myers. Who would have even
In
guessed?
North Fort Myers, a 71-year-old Florida
Holy
man
shit.
is recovering after he says an alligator attacked him while he was fishing behind his home, forcing him to use his fishing pole and his hands to escape the alligator's grip.
So he
This
definitely
fucking
poked him
legend,
in the eye, right?
James Grayson. Oh, it gets better. I had to read this whole thing.
Okay.
This man, we should be giving this man a medal. So James Grayson McMicken, we'll say James, said
McMicken?
the attack happened on Friday.
That is a uniquely Florida name. McMicken? I've never heard that in my life. But it's real.
McMicken from North Fort Myers said the attack happened Friday night along the canal behind the residence. What began as a routine evening quickly turned into a fight for survival. McMicken told Wink that he had taken his dog outside and made a single cast in the water when an alligator suddenly lunged from the canal. He said, and I quote, I started reeling, and it jumped out of the water and grabbed me, McMicken said. According to McMicken, the alligator bit his right leg and dragged him into the water as the
it would have been so much more funny
down the bank. He reeled.
It jumped out of the water and slapped me in the thigh.
he relied on his knowledge he had gained from legally hunting alligators, I'm sure, in the past. Well, they threw in he legally hunted alligators. No motherfucker in Florida legally hunts alligators. Find me one fucker who isn't. Dude, have you seen?
I fucking called it. I fucking called it.
Okay, so we'll say he rolled me down the bank into the water. McMicken said, I stuck my thumb in his eye, and I stuck my thumb in his eye, and I just took the fishing pole and jabbed him in that other eye, and jabbed him and jabbed him and jabbed him. McMicken said, targeting the alligator's eyes. Eventually caused him to release. I've always heard that if you have no choice, get him in the eyes, and that's what got him off of me, he said. The alligator let go.
I don't think you can say that the alligator, I guess it was kind of on you, like it's attached onto you, but like you were inside of the alligator. He wasn't like laying on you being like, this is a nice place to sunbathe. This guy's insane.
After the alligator let him go, McMicken faced another challenge, getting back to safety. He said he called his dog over and used the animal to help steady himself. What a good boy. Now, see, this is a fucking hero dog, not that fucking crypto, okay? This dog should have been. I'd have never made it crawling this far. So I called my dog over, and she stood there and let me get up on her back to where I could get stood up, McMicken said. Once inside the house, his wife cleaned his wounds before he lost consciousness from exhaustion. Then I sat down in my chair and I passed out. I was so exhausted, he said. What a fucking legend. This motherfucker. Let's just
I don't know.
recap
That
for a second.
sounds like a whole lot like I sat down in my chair and then I took my old person nap that I take every single day.
This motherfucker just fucking fought an alligator. Now, me, you, and most fucking normal people at this point would be rushing to the hospital. Not this fucking legend. This fucking legend said, I'm 71, man. That was exhausting. I'm going to take a nap before I go get treatment. What? Dude, the balls this man must have are fucking enormous.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't able to be swallowed by the alligator. Couldn't fit him in his mouth.
Family members later took him to Cape Coral Hospital for treatment. McNicken said hospital staff was astonished by the circumstances of the attack and his escape. I'm fucking astonished. Keep in mind, this guy is 71 fucking years old. Like, he could get a cold and it could kill him. And he went 1v1 versus an alligator. and then sat in his chair and took a nap. He was bushed. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said the attack occurred last Friday. As of Thursday, officers and contracted trappers had not located the alligator involved. Despite his injuries, McNicken said he has no plans of giving up fishing. And I quote, the most fucking beast quote ever. No gator's gonna run me off. McNicken continues to recover in hopes of returning to fishing soon. However, he said he plans to be more cautious around the water's edge at night.
Holy fuck, it was at night. What a moron. Like, I agree.
Hey.
Legend for fighting an alligator and escaping. I agree with that. But why are you fishing at the water's edge anywhere in Florida at night? That's like asking to get attacked.
Dude, like, okay, so here's my theory on that. The man is fucking 71 years old. He likes to do stuff. Maybe it's too hot during the day. He likes to do a nice, cool fishing expedition at night. You know, he's just minding his own business, maybe taking the dog out for a walk. And this fucking gator, this fucking heathen, probably hopped up on meth, because we know meth gators are out there. Thought he was gonna get an easy fucking snack, and he did not, my friend. And what I find funnier is somewhere in Florida, somewhere around that area, is a fucking gator wondering what the fuck just happened. Because they never found the gator. You know, the gators never come back there. I think the gator's gonna fucking go off to his gator friends and he's gonna be like, bro, don't go to that house. I lost my eyesight after I tried to battle that man over there. You'll see him with a fishing pole.
I don't know how long, like, let's say he went full double chubs on this guy. You get it? Like, removing both eyes. Double chubs. Anyway, he goes double chubs on this gator, and I mean, how long can a gator last without eyesight? Like, they need eyesight to do everything. There, go save my baby.
I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I don't know if they just often die or if they die after a while because they couldn't hunt, but I'm gonna say, like, now, describing on how he did, one eye was just poked by a fishing rod, so potentially that eye might be good, but he's gonna be down at least one eye because he fucking dug his thumb into the gator's eye like a fucking
I feel like
beast.
A fishing rod is not that much bigger than my thumb. I mean, a child's one could potentially be smaller than my thumb. Not to mention the point, you always got like the little rubberized grip on the handle end. I mean, I assume he was jabbing them with the handle end and not the other fucking end.
Yeah, because obviously if he's fishing like this, I'm gathering he went like that.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna. What are you gonna do? Whip him with the other end? You can't jab with the far end of your frickin', like you. It'd be like fencing. You try and fence an alligator, you fucked.
Dude, it is, dude, it is insane. And then on top of all of this, the man, and look, he's 71. He's not a young spry fellow. I kind of understand where he made that statement at the end where he's like, no gator's gonna run me off my property. I want to fucking fish at fucking 9 o'clock at night. I'm gonna fucking fish. Fuck them gators.
I mean, the real question is like, it's almost amazing that he's able to be awake at that time of night.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, 71. I assumed maybe wrongfully that at that age you're like fucking out by 8 o'clock. I mean, what is he considering evening? But they did say, if I read through, they said it was like 8, 9 o'clock. So I mean, I guess it passes bedtime. But I mean, still, that is fucking
It's at nighttime.
So here's my theory. Here's what I want to pose to you. Do you think this is in any way connected to the meth gator epidemic that we know is a thing? Do you think this was a hopped up gator meth, or was this just your standard?
No, I'm pretty confident that this guy uses his meth. He's not flushing it down the toilet. So,
dude, he fucking 1v1 a gator and won. He's hopped
was
up
meth
on
gator in Florida?
Meth gator was in Florida.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly sure meth gator was in Florida.
I thought it was in South Carolina. Bless you.
I mean, they could have migrated.
Well, now I'm going to see if I look it up. Like, is it going to show me the actual story of the meth gator, or is it going to show me the Oh, there's the film from 2024.
Dude, I like to think we made meth gator.
Let's add real life. Meth gator real life. When Florida man meets meth gator. There's a bunch of little videos. Meth gators are not real, hyper-aggressive creatures terrorizing town. The idea started in 2019 as a viral joke from the Loretto Police Department in Tennessee. I fucking told you it wasn't Florida. Because we talked about that on the
show. And hey, it was not fake because we reported it here in the fandom zone. And if you
well, I mean, it was a real thing that happened, but it had to have been. Are there alligators in Tennessee?
I mean, there gotta be. At this point, there's things fucking everywhere that shouldn't be. Remember, we saw fucking kangaroos breaking into houses. So, I mean, fuck anything's
not in America.
I mean, I don't put like, look, all the shit we've covered here. I don't put nothing past nature, dude. We've covered some wild shit.
Okay,
like
well,
we get
one map, like I have no idea how old these maps are. One map is showing that it's not in Tennessee, but it's on the Mississippi River right next to Tennessee in Arkansas. And the other map that I'm looking at, it shows maybe the western fifth of Tennessee to potentially have gators, but that one also goes all the way up into Illinois. I've never heard of gators in Illinois. That seems a little too far north, winter-wise.
Yeah.
Tennessee seems a little too far north.
But you know what, though? With the way that these, especially recently with the migrations and us bringing in exotic animals and shit, I wouldn't be surprised seeing any crazy shit. Even around here, I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen fucking gators. Because people, we've covered this several times. People get these pets that are not supposed to be in this fucking environment, and they just fucking unleash them everywhere. And in the words of Jurassic Park, life finds a way. And the next thing you know, we got fucking meth gators. Like, so I mean, like, dude, like, here's a theory, a game theory. Okay, I think instead of worrying about a fucking WB merger and fucking Paramount apparently getting fucking weapons to technologically take over the world, we should be worrying about fucking kangaroos that are robbing houses and fucking gators that are just randomly attacking people. I think that's a little bit scarier to me these days. Like, dude, if kangaroos ever figured out how to get out over this way, we're fucked, man. Those motherfuckers go into your house now to steal your shit. They can't even call the police on them.
If they would come and steal my shit, that would save on the frickin' water bill. I gotta flush those fucking turds down every time.
But anyways, it's only an hour.
Thanks for joining us in the fandom zone. We made it over 90 minutes. We covered all 3 articles. They're all connected by meth.
Dude, that is crazy. How
that's not a fact.
I mean, no, that's not a fact. But it is crazy how most of these articles seem to loop into each other.
What do you mean? We talked about all of 3 articles, 2 of which were almost directly connected through one person.
And I'm just going to say it. I think somewhere this alligator article is connected as well. Because if you remember, Disney was having issues.
Alligators outside of Disney. That's true.
Yeah, so it's all fucking connected. And that's what you get here in the Phantom Zone, okay? You get unbiased, relevant, connected reporting, okay? My raccoons are never wrong. When they bring me information, it's the truth. You guys have all seen my raccoon fishing for info. That motherfucker's been working overtime.
He's always got something on the line, too.
And just so you know, I don't offer my people severance packages. You want to know why? Because I only got one, and he's happy working the angles. So the raccoon might become the CEO of the Fandom Zone. my number 2. So anyways,
you could make him COO.
I could make him COO. Actually, I could. Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you coming along here for our blurb. Tomorrow, tier list, maybe. I don't know. Question mark.
Like, it's wild. Because I didn't realize, like, I was a day off on everything. Because my initial message was, are we doing the tier list tomorrow? Tomorrow. Yesterday is today now. And I meant Wednesday.
Yeah, so eventually tier list, probably. We'll get back to you on that. But that's the fun here in the Fandom Zone.
Tomorrow was Justin's birthday.
Which, by the way, happy birthday to Justin Proper, who I'm sure is going to have a proper birthday, as you do when you're Justin. So, congrats, and thank you guys for watching afternoon chats. I think I'm up to, like my 3rd episode so far, 4th episode. So, and they just keep on getting better because I find these really crazy articles. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed anything. There's going to be some reviews coming up.
I enjoyed it all.
Check us out. Check back the channel because eventually, me and I want to talk about the best superhero show on that has no flaw, that everybody loves. Lanterns. So I can't wait for us to dive into that and probably get a bunch of hate comments about how it's not really Green Lantern material, even though they pulled and they have nods in every episode. Especially the most recent episode had some deep cuts from the literal comic book. But Lanterns isn't comic book accurate. It hates its heroes. It hates its heroes so much that they reference the source material. That's how much they hate the show.
What a bunch of bastards.
Yeah, man. Hate it. Doing terrible things over there. I certainly hope WB doesn't merge with Paramount. What a shame.
It would be such a disaster. I don't know how we'd be able to handle it.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching it. As always, remember, there is only one rule here in the Fandom Zone. Kneel before General Zod.
Wow, I let you say it this time. You're welcome.